The elephant's like, is that an elephant?
Good thing he has a cloak to hide the fact that he's a fucking 3-story robot.
Cybertron looks so boring.
It really does. It's the most bland place.
Wait, so the ship isn't a transformer. The Transformers are in the ship, which does transform.
Yeah.
What? They built ships?
Yeah.
Why? They are ships.
Not all of them are ships.
Why aren't they all ships?
This is the last Hugo Weaving one, right?
Yep.
Bad.
Because then he was like, I hate these movies.
Why? I wonder fucking why. Is JFK a transformer? Is that what
The
we're doing?
bullet was transformed while going through his head.
That's not JFK. Hold on. What happened?
I like how it's like, oh yeah, the space race was actually about the Transformers.
Yep, kind of undercuts the real events of the space race, but whatever.
Dude, wait until the 5th one where it turns out every historical figure was actually working with the Transformers.
Yeah.
Pretty sure like they had like Harriet Tubman.
Didn't Bumblebee fight Nazis?
Yeah, it's like, wow. What do you mean
Fuck, did you say Harriet Tubman? Hold on.
Yeah, no, in the 5th one they're like, you know Harriet Tubman, right? Transformers, maybe.
The tagline on the first poster for the first movie was "Their War, Our World." It's their world.
It's their war, their world.
That's it.
This is just Cybertron 2.
Ah, that's actually the plot. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, that is the plot.
That is definitely the plot.
That's the plot.
So if humans already know that Transformers have been on Earth for thousands and thousands and millions of years.
Well, they don't yet because that hasn't
No,
been
but they
retconned.
do because Sector 7.
They do because Sector 7.
Okay.
Why do they care that they're on the moon too? Of course they'd probably be on the moon.
For dramatic effect, because it's a movie.
I mean, it's still worth going to check out. Like, hey, something.
Yeah, but in the context of the movie, they never checked it out again.
It's just, it is right next to the landing craft.
Open the movie with ass cheeks. Okay.
You guys remember Michaela?
No.
This isn't Michaela.
All right, let's play this best game ever. In the context of the movie, why is she with him?
You know why? It's because Sam lives in a rotting building. Look at.
Oh,
where
wow,
is
it's
he?
very sexy.
Like, seriously, where
Wait,
is
he has a picture of a banana.
Then give you a hero medal.
Thank you, man. Great job.
That looked so
Oh,
real.
And that doesn't look like Obama at all. They could have gotten fucking Jordan Peele and he would have looked more like Obama.
Oh, this is how they met. So, Jake, it's answering the question. You see, they looked at each other.
You see, my parents are gonna be here in a week on their road trip party bus.
Oh my fucking god, not his parents.
They're still in it.
They are the worst characters, besides Sam himself.
Ah, shit, I seen it.
Oh, Leonard
Better
Nimoy.
than Leonard
Wow.
Nimoy.
That's not funny at all. Sorry.
Wait a minute. So in this universe,
Sentinel Prime just sounds like him.
he just sounds exactly the same as actual Leonard Nimoy.
Dude, even his door looks shitty. He's in like a back alley.
Trong.
Yeah, he lives under Trong. Yeah, he lives in a shithole. I bet that apartment costs like $9 grand a month.
And she covers all 9 grand of it.
Don't tr or W fluss.
Don't or Wooflus.
What happened to Bumblebee?
He's off on his missions. I had to get this tobacco.
You got it with the exact same paint job? You couldn't buy a fucking 2007 Pontiac painted black?
He's still got the biatch.
Did you take it out of the biatch Bumblebee car? Did you put it in this shitty car?
That was like Bumblebee's sternum or something.
Energon detectors guard its cities now.
Energon detecting.
It's so that you can tell if Decepticons are near.
But I thought the pyramid was mining the sun for Energon.
Who fucking cares?
And stay there!
Who are you? What the fuck, B?
We work in secret teams on various missions around.
That was the least secret thing I've ever seen.
The facility's name is Chernobyl.
You remember, you know Chernobyl, right?
Yeah.
The
No.
Transformers.
Yeah, they did that. And the Dark
What?
of the Moon.
Like, every single movie is just, you know history, right? Except Transformers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You
they
know what
did
the
that.
least interesting thing is? Weaving it in like that.
You know what's funny, too? That just implies that humans did nothing significant through the entirety of history.
Merlin Robot.
Merlin isn't even real.
That bird is a television. I want to point that out there in case that was unclear.
This movie franchise is basically a huge version of like ancient aliens that show on History Channel where they're like, you know all these accomplishments that minorities had?
Yep.
Aliens.
Transformers. Logically, if every historical event was just Transformers doing it instead, humans have never done anything cool.
No, they're only cool because they're the Transformers pets.
So that's Shockwave, not to be confused with Soundwave. They're different.
Yeah, I know that. I know the difference between my Transformers, man. Shockwave is the scientist. Soundwave is the spy.
No, you don't understand. In the movies, they're different because one's a satellite and one has a gun.
Ah, yes, instead of, distinct personalities.
Nope.
This is an engine part from a long-lost Autobot ship.
How do you know which ship it's from?
Is it that long lost if you guys have been here since the pyramids? That's relatively recently lost.
Is anybody else joining?
No.
No? You want me to move right there? I'll move.
Why a sweet emotion? Like, why?
Why is he at like 18 different job interviews
Where is
today?
he working?
Nowhere.
What is this place?
There's two types of people in this world. There's thinkers, there's doers.
There's thinkers and there's people who like the Transformers movies. They do not coincide ever.
Remind me of like an Asian Colonel Sanders, a man I can trust.
I think that's racist.
I mean, it's not racist. It's just not as racist as Mudflap and Skids were.
What did I do?
You flapped and skid.
Yeah.
What is Sam's experience?
What did he even go to college for?
Einstein?
Computer?
He proved it wrong day one of the lecture and they let him back in.
An intro to history.
Intro
or
to
whatever.
history, yeah.
He yelled at Dwight Schrute.
I got a good question. Why doesn't he work for the military or the government?
Yeah, wait, the military is a great job. He could be the liaison between them and the Transformers.
He's a soldier. Remember that dude was like, "You're a soldier now."
Yeah.
That counts.
That's canon.
That's a job.
Already
Canon.
made him a soldier.
He's a soldier.
He bypassed boot camp.
Administrative aid?
Nope. Mailroom.
Would a place still have a mailroom in 2011? I feel like even then mailrooms were outdated.
Mister, I saved your life twice. Okay? I can't tell you how or when.
No, you didn't save shit twice. You were present while others saved the world twice.
He temporarily killed Megatron.
He decommissioned Megatron. You took the key out of the ignition, all right? The car's not dead.
What bothers me about these movies a lot is like the support Transformers change all the fucking time.
Who fucking cares if you change out Cum Stain for fucking John Goodman's character? No one fucking cares. And who's this?
I think it's Wheeljack.
He's terrifying. No kid wants that toy. It looks like a meth addict. Is that really Buzz Aldrin?
That's really Buzz Aldrin.
Yep.
I'm so sorry, Buzz.
Do you think that if they made Transformers 6, the Transformers would do the COVID-19 pandemic?
Probably. It's a Transformers
COVID
virus.
Transformers.
They have like Transformers markings on their faces.
Yep.
So they just have like words tattooed on their cheeks.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
They're in a gang.
I heart mom. Sentinel Prime, which means that Sentinel Prime is a prime, right? Which means that he's one of the primes that stop Revenge of the Fallen, right?
No, that's a different set of primes.
So there's subsections of primes within primes?
Well, there's the original primes and then there's primes after that.
Ah, sequel primes. It's the subsequent primes that aren't those primes, but are also called primes,
Well, I
but
mean,
aren't actually those
Optimus
primes.
Prime wasn't one of those primes either.
He was one of the primes. He was the
Not
last
one of the
prime.
original primes.
Because when he died, the last prime has fallen. And now the
Yeah,
Fallen
he
gets
was the
dropped.
last prime. That doesn't mean he's one of the original primes.
So he wasn't one of the primes that stopped Revenge of the Fallen in the prime.
No,
He's a
no,
different
no,
prime.
no,
He's a
no.
different
He
set of
was not.
primes. Okay.
Different primes.
Got you.
He was a prime, and he was the last prime, but he wasn't one of the first primes. Those are different primes.
Megatron Prime.
Patrick Dempsey.
It's a beautiful building, you guys. Like the Starship Enterprise in here.
Thank you very much.
Get it? Because Leonard Nimoy's
If they
in
make
this one.
one more Star Trek joke, I'm leaving.
I'm totally fine. I get it. I'm well fed. And guess what? I'm not your boy toy anymore. I got my big boy pants on. You see him?
I'm very secure. Look how secure I am with Mac and Zelini. I'm so freaking
I'm not
secure
even
with
wearing a
secure.
diaper today.
I don't know what's gonna happen to me. You don't know. I don't know.
Whatever,
I
bitch,
don't
you're
know.
like a 4.
He's hardly the first man to ever smile at me. I think I can handle it.
Hold on. It's the smiling back part that gets me, okay?
You're not allowed to smile at other men. Maybe that's why Michaela left.
That always fixes the problem when a car doesn't start.
It's called percussive maintenance.
Oh, the Codex.
Ah, it was only in 89% of the way.
The elephant's like, is that an elephant?
Good thing he has a cloak to hide the fact that he's a fucking 3-story robot.
What are we looking at?
I got an unironic laugh out of me. I'm sorry.
May I finish my Shuhua milk, Donnie?
I'm pretty sure there's another joke about that specific brand of milk in the next movie.
There is. It's with Stanley Tucci.
Yeah.
This is where Bond didn't kill Spectre.
Decepticons are back, and you gotta open that gate right now.
Easy, sir. This is Health and Human Services.
No one knows who Sam is? What is happening?
I'm gonna kill myself.
Does Michael Bay want this, or is he just letting Shia do whatever?
He must want this on some level.
At some level, somebody is like okay with this.
Come
Come here.
Yeah, let's just fucking be rude and mean to the guy who bailed you out.
Makes me feel bad. What? Yeah, I hope you feel bad. You should feel bad. Look.
Wait, what the fuck? I hope you feel bad. You should
Come
feel
save
bad.
my life. Also, fuck you.
You saved my life twice.
Abusive relationship. B, get out of there.
That's my anklet. Do I have to take that off too?
Oh, you're my soldier buddy. Hey, soldier, how's boot camp you didn't do?
They say Sentinel was the Einstein of his civilization, so we're gonna keep these locked up.
You see, Einstein also, he was a transformer because you don't get anything.
But if Einstein was wrong, then he was a human because humans aren't smart. Remember? He was disproved last movie at the lecture.
Oh, that's right. I haven't even seen the next two.
I hate Mark Wahlberg so fucking much. He makes Shia LaBeouf look good, and Shia LaBeouf's terrible.
Oh, the Matrix of leadership.
Wait, no. Isn't that keeping him alive?
We are here. You are home, Sentinel.
On Earth, which is actually your home because it is one of you.
The ability to reshape the universe. Together the pillars form a space bridge.
Leonard Nimoy sounds half asleep.
He sounds drunk.
It defies your laws of physics.
Your laws of physics. You don't know what humans' laws of physics are. You just woke up here.
Every single Transformer sounds like they have the same filter over their voice.
They do.
Optimus and Leonard Nimoy sound the fucking same.
With all due respect, young man, I appreciate what you did, but you're not a soldier. You're a messenger.
I don't know. The soldier said I'm a soldier.
You want the truth about the Alien Alliance? Buy my book. Buy my book.
I want to read the part in the book where he called the railgun guy and said he's under
the scrotum.
I'm right under the scrotum.
I want to read the part of the book where he gets peed on.
Oh, that's a good part of the
I
book.
want to read the part of the book where he's got his ass out.
What about the part of the book where he was a meat shop factory?
What about the part of the book where he was a pedophile?
That was the whole book.
Criminals are hot. Maybe that's why he was on Fox News.
What if I told you I know a 50-year-old alien secret that nobody ever told you?
50?
Yeah.
We did 17,000-year-old last movie.
Merlin.
I mean, honestly, who would give a shit about the moon landing being Transformers if fucking pyramids are Transformers? That's way more important. They've never discovered anything.
They've never done anything.
Nope, humans have not done shit for their own civilization over the past 10,000 years. All right, pitch your own Transformers movie where they do this massive thing that humans
I
did.
don't make one.
All right, I'm going to do mine. Columbus, Transformer.
His wooden boat.
The boat transforms. Columbus didn't know where he was going with
Which
it.
one? The Nina, the Pinta, or the Santa
All
Maria?
three. One was
They
an
form
Autobot.
one transformer.
Yeah, it was a combiner transformer. What's yours?
9/11.
Hindenburg.
Wait, hold on. Whoa. So who was the
Starscream?
Who was the transformer? The plane or the,
The
building?
plane. Starscream flew to the Twin Towers.
Let me add to that, Michael Bay style. The plane was a Decepticon. The building was an Autobot. Right?
No, the building was JFK. A Bumblebee prequel where he fights Nazis, and the Decepticon is the German death machine that Hitler was trying to build.
Okay, so the Decepticons are the concentration camps?
No!
Are the Autobots the Jews? Are they Jews?
No!
At all?
It's... You remember the big death machine that the Germans were working on?
Yep.
That, it's just a
The
bunch of...
giant railgun?
Yeah, it's a Decepticon parts. So they're
Okay.
using, like, Decepticons to fuel that.
Sure, sure.
They fire Decepticons out of it.
We are an hour into this movie.
You guys remember the taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 and how John Turturro was in it and we all forgot? He did that in Revenge of the Fallen back to back.
You matter to me.
This movie's giving me a stroke.
Rent! That guy's Rent!
Rent!
Fucking love Rent.
Sam tell him he will get his Transformers when he fixes this goddamn door.
Spider-Man never pay rent. It's because he actually is Transformer.
His suit, Transformer. Doc Ock, Transformer.
The building he live in, door was Transformer door. Broken. From fight with Autobot.
When I say fix, I mean actually turn into Decepticon.
Everything that has ever happened to anyone in the history of the world. Transformer. You took a shit, toilet was a Transformer.
Oh no, it's the exact same robots that have been chasing us for the past 3 movies that look exactly the same as everyone else.
The fights only get worse, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Remember how good the sound design was in the first one?
They suck now. Like, it's just noise.
Oh my god. Dead.
All right.
Dead. Whatever he hits, he's dead.
That looks just green
How
screen.
is he he perfectly has missed everything. Oh, B, please just catch him. Just catch him, buddy.
Oh
yeah,
my
look
God.
At those fucking
Snap his neck.
Yeah, that effect was
whiplash.
In Pacific Rim, those robots feel so fucking real because of how they move through the water and how slow their punches are and how methodical everything is. The Transformers are doing fucking Yoda backflips and fucking flying around. Oh my god, slow motion.
I can't even fucking tell what's happening.
Pad the runtime, Michael. The movie's already 2.5 hours.
Drop him.
That's good.
Their name means deception. How did you not anticipate this?
Some Transformers have guns.
Yep.
And some Transformers are guns.
Yep.
Ironhide was a gun, but in this one, he just has guns.
For the sake of our planet's survival, a deal had to be made with Megatron.
Megatron's been on Earth for hundreds of fucking years. Why did Sentinel Prime only get here in the 60s?
He has a rust gun? That's sick. Why don't more Transformers use that?
It's a regular gun, but he's so fucking old that it's just a rust gun now.
You're not gonna get a third one. I mean, unless you have like a big.
What the fuck?
I would really like it if Megatron showed up and just screamed, "No, I want you in 2 pieces," and then ripped both of his parents in half.
He was meant to rendezvous with me here on Earth before fate waylaid us both.
Ah, my old foe, Abraham Lincoln. We fought in the Civil War.
This is our home. We must defend the humans. So lost you are, Optimus.
No, this is also your home. No, still. It's
This
still
is
also
your original home.
Original home.
This is really where you guys came from.
Yep.
You see, the thing that he taught me was when it's not your war, you join the side that's going to win.
Oh,
What I'm trying to say is I'm a Decepticon. And then he transforms. I mean, Jake, did you know you're a Decepticon?
Oh my god, I'm a Decepticon? No wonder I was trying to fuck Ian. Wow.
What a weak slap.
Remember in...
No.
Okay.
No, sorry.
Remember in the first one
No.
when he showed John Voight, the Pentagon guy, he was like, this is our thing on Mars. We believe they're the same thing. He didn't talk about the NASA thing?
What NASA thing?
The Dark of the Moon thing?
No, I
No,
didn't know
because they didn't
about-
have the movie written yet.
You are my friend, Sam. You always will be.
That's why I will never think about you again in 4 or 5.
And never reference you.
We're gonna do whatever we can.
Make it like it was.
Your voice box is fixed. It's been fixed. I know you said it wasn't fixed, but it's fixed.
It's very fixed.
Because they say in the second one, oh, your voice box acting up? Fuck you. Because there's also no reason it is fixed.
I always get what I want, Sam. We just needed to be sure.
Short of what?
I also want to fuck your girlfriend.
Does anyone, like...
No.
Okay, so in the theater, if you're watching this for the first time, do you at all think the Autobots are dead?
Nope.
No.
Why does the movie even pretend?
Yeah, I've got it. Trump Tower.
Trump Transformer.
Oh my god, no wonder. That explains everything.
Last 4 years, Transformers.
I'm not even fucking kidding. That explains every detail.
Why he's an Autobot, right?
He's a Dinobot.
They said they were here for our resources to rebuild their planet.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes. Depending on movie.
Depends on the movie.
Yeah, last movie they were. Here they kind of are.
Movie before that, they weren't.
They
movie
definitely
after
weren't.
this, I don't think they are either.
No, not at all. But then the fifth movie, kind of.
So everything they need to build is going to be Transformer-sized. Why would you have humans build that?
This is like Transmorphers Fall of Man.
This reminds me of Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Money, money! Woo!
I was thinking the same thing.
Poor Chicago. First Jupiter Ascending, then Trial of the Chicago
Actually,
7, and now
first
this.
and then Jupiter Ascending.
And then Trial of the Chicago 7.
Jupiter Ascending ripped off Transformers.
Holy shit. You know what'd be cool?
Nothing.
If all of the soldiers had like personality built up over this movie, so when Tyrese and Josh Duhamel get them all back together, it's like a really awesome rally scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I know who they are at all.
Munson, you know what'd be cool? If the movie gave these guys fucking character.
Listen, if I know anything, I know this. That kid is an alien bad news magnet.
This is all because his grandfather found Megatron, right?
No, it has spiraled. This is not all because of...
It's so much deeper than that now. So that ship that transformed was a ship that transformed but was not a transformer? So there's a transformer, a person who can transform in the ship that transformed, which is not a transformer. Am I getting that correct?
Decepticons will never leave your planet alone. And we needed them to believe we had gone.
So we let them destroy all of Chicago and kill hundreds of thousands
Only
of people.
20 million people died.
Real Man of Steel logic here.
None of these are the Transformers that we met in the last movie.
We designed the damn thing, didn't we?
I'm from Space Ireland.
Do the Transformers do anything heroic in any of these movies?
Nope. They let the Decepticons
There's
invade
that
Earth.
part, I'd call it pretty heroic when Jazz tries to take on Megatron. He deserves a medal and a statue for that.
Whatever medal Sam got from the president.
Yeah, give it to Jazz. Give
Actually,
it to
cut the medal in half. Give one half to his legs, one half to his top.
I refuse to accept that she's alive. Why is that porthole perfectly human sized? That was a Transformers machine.
Her white jacket. Immaculate.
Owned by Hotchkiss School of Investments. Now the pit of the control.
Stop zooming. Jesus Christ, stop zooming. Oh my God, stop zooming.
We only got one shot.
One shot's all we need.
Yeah, but it'd be nice to have more.
Apparently 5 of our hundreds of pillars is all we need too, so I guess we're cool.
The more pillars you have, the bigger of a portal you can make.
It's not torrenting. You're not illegally downloading Cybertron to Earth.
Isn't he also in all of them, Josh Duhamel?
I don't know about all, but he's in a lot.
Also, isn't John Cena his dad?
No, that's Fred. You're thinking of Fred.
Those are boomsticks. Armed in 30 seconds. Grapple gloves for climbing.
Transformers last movie, we don't want you using this for war. Transformers now, here's some fucking grenades, bro.
Why did he need to shield himself from the bullets if he can just walk through the bullets? I feel like I'm still watching Man of Steel.
I feel like I'm still watching the Canto Bite scene.
Why do we care about 5 dudes?
We don't.
What are they gonna do during the Transformers war?
Nothing.
Oh man, remember in Godzilla King of the Monsters when the humans were like, let's take the fight to Godzilla?
This is not a good idea as good as this station.
Stop for a second. We don't do what we can do. It doesn't matter. We all die. Right? That's your target. Come on, man.
You're telling me a soldier couldn't perform his job and Sam Witwicky said, you gotta be brave to the soldier? Why search the building? Why not just blow up the building? They're all in the building already.
Yeah, your fucking hollow rounds from your M16's really gonna kill a Transformer.
Who has the worst plan in any of these movies?
Mark Wahlberg blocking a Transformer sword with a human sword.
That wasn't the worst plan, it worked.
No! It shouldn't have! That's because it does!
I can't wait for that part.
This evil thing's looking at me! What?
It's a Transformer, Tyrese. You know that.
Move! We gotta move! Why do the Decepticons always get the good shit? Move!
He makes a great point. The Decepticons always have the crazy shit.
What's the biggest weapon the Autobots have ever had?
The railgun, that wasn't even theirs.
Jetfire's body.
Jetfire's body, I contend, yeah.
And he was a Decepticon.
Don't the pillars completely nullify the importance of the Allspark in the Matrix of Leadership? And the
Yeah,
Sun
but those
Harvester?
are the last movies. Now, this is the most important piece of Autobot technology.
Oh. So the next one, Merlin's staff, that's more important than the pillars, right?
That's the 5th one. I don't remember what the 4th one is.
Where's Sam and Carly?
Sam and Carly, they're on iCarly.
Fucking love that show.
Where's Freddy?
Look at this aim. Like, how? He's never shot that before in his life.
Right in the cornea.
Oh, that looks fake as fuck. Wow.
And broken ribs.
Ooh, nicely buffed, waxed, and polished. So the ships that aren't Transformers that transform, that have Transformers that transforms that aren't ships, has a ship that holds the ships that transforms that aren't Transformers that hold Transformers?
Uh-oh. This is a total cluster.
We gotta get across. Why even cut the line? You have an F-bomb. Can you imagine if our reviews were PG-13 and we had one fuck?
Well, you just ruined it.
Oh, damn, sorry. Wow, good thing guys with guns are here. Alright, stop Shockwave.
This movie isn't really about the Transformers. I'm kind of bored.
This is like the least Transformers. They're not in their own movies. They're barely in Revenge of the Fallen. They're barely in this film.
Oh my god. Alright, so it's 3 times bigger than Earth? The Earth would fall into the object, and it would be one big planet. So Unicron would become Cybertron as well, and they'd mix. They wouldn't just float there.
Jake, allow me to take the Michael Bay approach to your problem and consider my counterpoint. Shut your fucking mouth. It's like if a bunch of chihuahuas thought that they could help 2 humans fighting. It's like you cannot win this battle, Chihuahuas, because I'm 18 times your size.
Maybe the Chihuahua could possibly bite the bottom part of the foot and mildly distract one of the humans.
If it bites the Achilles tendon,
that's the equivalency of what the humans do to help in these movies.
They fire a missile and the robot goes, "Ah, no, a missile." That kind of hurt a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm gonna compliment this movie.
Oh dear God.
Why?
This movie's 2.5 hours. It's longer than the last one, I think. It feels shorter.
I think that's because we're so numb.
Maybe.
No, Optimus. I want you in 2 pieces.
Shut the fuck.
3 pieces! Cut his other arm! I cut off his leg!
Football tackles it for some reason, and then it grabs all of the stuff and starts sucking it up.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Now
make
why?
sense.
Is it because it's all native to Cybertron?
Was
Why
that
doesn't
a
it grab the
Skybeam?
Transformers? It is a Skybeam.
It's been a Skybeam the whole time.
It's been a Skybeam.
Whoa!
And then the swirly.
Holy shit.
The planet is not going to be fine.
Each sequel takes the continuity of the last movie and wipes its ass with it.
Do you feel cold?
Oh my God, the fucking
It just ends.
hip relevant pop music. No Alex Kurtzman. All right, I'm gonna rate it out of 10. 1, I like the effects. All right, who's next?
0. The effects can't save me from this shit tier plot and terrible film franchise that retcons everything it does every other movie.
So I'm gonna talk for a bit.
6 out of 10. Mud's gonna give it a 6.
So I have only, aside from Bumblebee, I've only seen the original trilogy, I guess you could call it, the Shia parts.
Okay.
And I really liked Transformers as a child. Like, I loved Transformers Cybertron, Transformers Animated, okay after season 1, and Transformers Prime, which, again, as I've mentioned a couple times in this, aired concurrently with, like, these movies. And it's just really, really weird to go back and visit this stuff again, because I watched Revenge of the Fallen a lot when I was a kid. It was on all the time on TV. Like, constantly on like TBS and stuff, and like AMC. And I remember when Dark of the Moon came out, and I saw it with some friends, and like we were all super into Transformers. And I think at the time I was just so
dumb.
No, well, yes, but no. What's the word I'm looking for? Just so ingrained with how bad Revenge of the Fallen was, that when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, this is almost as good as the first one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I remember when we started this, Jake, you said, how many zeros are you guys going to give? And I said, I think I might like the third one because I remember liking the third one.
Yep.
God, this movie's ass.
Yep.
Just hot, fresh, liquidy ain.
It
just
is
churned up in a blender and poured all over your sandwich.
Yep. It is technically better than Revenge of the Fallen.
By miles.
By miles.
By miles. I would never dispute
By
that.
miles, but they're still bad.
But it breezes by. That's still a compliment to this film, is it's 2.5 hours, and I didn't feel like I was sitting here for 2.5 hours. But the Transformers are just not in this film at all.
They're not.
There's no satisfying fight.
Okay, even in the second one, which is infinite shit tier bad, the Transformer fights are at least like, oh, things are happening. Now, granted, ever since the first one, the fights are disgusting mess that you can't really tell what's going on, but at least something's happening.
Mm-hmm.
This movie's painfully boring.
Like, at least in the first one, they still have nice, like, moments where you can see what's going on. Like, sure, there's those shots where it's just everything's blowing up, everything's moving, and you don't know what's happening. But there are still those shots where, like, Jazz comes around the corner and he transforms as the tank guy's getting up and he cracks
And it looks
just kicks
clean.
the thing off, and it's so good and it's clean. Like, that's great. And then in this movie, you've just got chunks of metal falling from the sky as, like, Bumblebee's just whipping around, and all these nondescript gray robots are just all shooting and slobbering all over each other. I don't understand who or what these movies are for.
Yeah.
Because I can't say they're Transformers fans that, like, these movies are for, because I'm a Transformers fan. I love the Transformers. Like, it's one of the first things that I remember being super, super into and, like, just talking to my friends about all the time was Transformers Cybertron. There's just nothing here to satisfy me. And I think Transformers is one of those franchises where I'm not entirely sure it should be in live action, because you rely so much on all these special effects.
See, I disagree really strongly. I think the Transformers premise is dripping with potential to be live action.
I cannot agree with that in any regard, because they're animated. It's all this over the top big visual effects. I just feel like in certain franchises, when you rely so much on special and visual effects and characters who aren't actually real, in my mind, I tip over to why not just do the whole thing in animation?
See, I disagree. I feel like we've only gotten really, not even just bad, really shitty Transformers movies.
Even Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Even
Bee's
Bumblebee.
just mid.
Because, like, if the Marvel movies all sucked, we would say, wow, these characters aren't meant for movies. But in reality, you can make them into great movies. Look at Bumblebee, the spin-off movie. It's like the one example we have of a good Transformers movie.
And
that's,
I still
actually...
think it would have been better if it was just a fully animated film.
I...
Like, my favorite part of that movie is when it's on Cybertron. That's fully CGI.
That is a really...
That's a good movie. And it's just entirely
the
computer
human
generated.
sequences, which is actually most of the movie because it's made for humans, I guess. The human sequences felt really authentic and genuine with Haley Steinfeld's character and everything. I don't know. I feel like you'd even lose a little bit if that were animated.
I don't think so. I don't think you can. I don't think there's anything to lose by it being fully animated.
I don't think there's anything to gain by it being fully animated.
I think it would look better.
No, I like the look.
I like the animated stuff.
I just think in a franchise that relies so heavily on CGI and fake characters to begin with, it's like Call of the Wild. It's like you've got this character, the main character is this animated thing that's not actually there. Why not just do the whole thing in animation?
Call of the Wild, I think, is a different example. I agree it should have been animated because the dog was so expressive.
Cartoony.
Yeah. That inherently begs that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But this, I feel like even like the first, like look at the first Transformers movie. When Optimus Prime first transformed in that alleyway, that was the cartoon being brought to real life. For me, anyway, when I was watching it as a kid. But like that held up when I watched that movie on the show just recently with you guys. That sequence, to me, the feeling of having that character that you know and love from the animated world brought into the real world as a living being, that feeling could have been applied to the rest of the movie in the sequels, obviously.
See, but my thing is, at the end of the day, he's not a real being. He is a computer-generated effect.
Neither is Star Wars or Game of Thrones, but we all like those things.
Yeah, but you're saying the effects in Star Wars aren't as heavy as they are in these movies, or the effects in Game of Thrones. Like, those are still real people. What I'm saying is Transformers, the characters of the Transformers are so reliant on CGI. You know, it's not like all of the characters in Game of Thrones are CGI. And then the boring ones are the humans.
The Transformers characters in the live-action movies, aside from maybe an exception or two, all look real. They all look as beautifully visually real as you could possibly get them to look, you know?
Yeah, there's a couple who are like, yeah, that's stupid.
There's like an outlier or two every so often, because there's so many of them.
I mean,
you know what I think? I think during the fight scenes, it would look way better if it was animated instead of just garbage flying around.
Yeah.
I can agree on that. Because during these fight scenes, I'm just like...
One of the other things is CGI is expensive, which is probably the reason why the Transformers are so minimally used in their own films. If you're just doing fully animated the entire time, you don't have to worry about a budget for actors or anything like that, and you can devote more time to the Transformers.
I guess what I'm saying is I'm not opposed to a fully animated Transformers movie. We've gotten one from the 80s.
Yep.
But I don't think the idea of a live-action Transformers is inherently flawed.
I just think an animated film would be superior to a live-action film.
It depends how it's done. That's just the medium in which it's told, you know? I'd rather have a talented storyteller like Travis Knight with Bumblebee behind the director helm instead of this fucking clown for 5 movies in a row.
You didn't give it your out of 10.
Oh, 0.
Yeah.
Hey, wow.
I agree.
Oof.
I honestly...
I agree with Ian with what he said earlier, where the visual effects are not enough for me to give this movie anything above 0.
Okay.
I think they rise to a level of competence, but not a level of praise.
Yeah, okay. I can see that, because this isn't building anything groundbreaking. In my opinion.
It's not.
It looks. I'm not gonna say, oh, it looks like shit, but a lot of the effects in the scenes where the big effects should shine are messy. It's not messy bad. It's messy incoherent because of the way it's shot.
It's just noise on screen.
You're so right about
visual
that.
Noise.
You're so right.
There's just too much shit happening. And if one of these fight scenes was a beautiful, well done, transform, boom, I can see everything is happening. They're transforming back, forth, in this really interesting way. The shot composition helped the effects actually flourish.
There is a reason that I gave the first film a 6 out of 10. It's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
for example, that scene when Starscream wipes out those jets over and over.
That scene sucks!
That scene's awesome.
There's nothing in this film that is good as in the first one, the highway fight when Bone Crusher goes through the bus, and the sound design in this film, it regresses. Like, the one thing that everyone, whether you love it or hate it, across the board praises the first one for is their sound design.
Yeah.
All the clinking and the clanking, the little machinery, like it's so intricate and it's so detailed. And then this one we just got and they transform. They're regressing in terms of like the extra stuff that really makes everything work. They're really regressing. There isn't as much use of practical effects for the smaller Transformers anymore.
Yep.
I really, I don't even mind, like, obviously I prefer a different director, but I don't even mind they did the first one. The first one I feel like is an okay launching point to do interesting sequels with if you swapped out the director or something along those lines.
There's some really good parts of the first one.
The things that make that movie good are inherently not involved with Michael Bay at all.
Kinda, yeah. I mean,
fun fact, he's the director. There's no interesting, there's no camera work that's being done that's like, oh, Michael Bay makes this better. There's no character work being done that makes, oh, Michael Bay makes this better. It's all the visual effects artists and the sound editors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would also compliment, like I was saying, like the scenes where certain characters did stuff, but that was probably just in the script, and Michael Bay did not have complete control over that film.
Yeah.
The sequels, he has complete fucking control, and we see that here. We see that with these like 5-year-long battle sequences, the last hour of the movie.
I had no idea what was going on for 20 straight minutes.
You know, Transformers is a series that is built on marketing and buying toys.
Yep.
That's a fact.
That is
Transformers was made by a toy company, not a show that had a toy deal. It's a toy deal. It's a toy company that had a show deal.
Right. I believe the toys came first. And
Yes,
the
it
show,
did.
yeah,
Exactly.
was just made to advertise those toys.
That's a fact.
Yep.
So it really frustrates me when in the show all of these characters have these distinct designs because you want them to have distinct designs so that, you know, you get a kid who buys them all because they can't substitute out certain characters. You know, like you have your Bumblebee figure and you can't pretend that's Optimus Prime because it's painted and looks like Bumblebee and vice versa. So it's really annoying that in this movie, especially with the Decepticons,
every one of them is just gray.
They all look the fucking same.
Yeah.
They do.
Aside from Shockwave.
I couldn't even tell Megatron was Megatron at first till I saw his face.
Also, Shockwave, the only distinct trait is his big eyeball.
Yep.
That's it. In this movie, anyway, I should clarify.
Yeah. The only reason I can tell who Bumblebee is in any of the fights is because everything's gray, and then there's just this yellow dot just flipping through the scene.
As this trilogy of the Shia LaBeouf movies ends, I do want to talk about, I'm really happy he's done, because he's not good in any of these, personally.
Yeah, but are you happy that Mark Wahlberg's there instead?
No! I was just about to say, it gets infinitely worse, because Mark Wahlberg is the worst working actor in Hollywood.
Would you rather have kept Shia?
Yeah.
Yes, the fourth Bummy movie with Brendan Fraser.
I just broke Ian's brain. He has to pick between the two protagonists.
I hate Shia LaBeouf.
You know what my answer is? Josh Duhamel. He becomes the main character.
He'd be amazing. Or Tyrese. Him and Tyrese do the co-lead.
Soldiers. Maybe the guys who are always around the Transformers and are competent to help.
It gets worse, and it gets more sexist and gross in the next one.
Oh, the Romeo and Juliet clause.
It gets worse for some reason, and it's just not okay. We're on our way to 2 worse movies.
This might be the worst Thawne we've ever done. Because the Scorpion King Thawne was Scorpion King was a subset of the Monster Thawne.
Right.
Like that's not its own separate thing. We may have watched them all at once, but it was for like a bigger project.
And there's no way we can mix all these together because the video will be 13 hours long.
Oh my god, dude, no, the commentary's gonna be so fucking long on these. Because there's so much to say.
There is so much to say. There's so much to make fun of. There's so much to question. Since Transformers predate planes, in theory, the plane could have been designed after a Transformer.
Wasn't the wheel a Transformer according to Jetfire?
Yeah, his dad transformed into nothing, and he did so with honor.
He did so with honor because he was the first wheel.
I think just about every line that Jetfire has in that movie is burned into my brain.
But I feel like his lines are not false in the context of the film series.
No.